Yeah, good afternoon and welcome back to Mark's Railway Trails. And where I'm taking you today is not actually a railway trail, but somewhere I wanted to get on the blog really, because I don't think it's going to be here forever, so it'd be nice to get it on the blog. But what I'm showing you now, this is where you walk in, and what we've come to find today was Pilkingtons glass head office in St Helens, on just off Prescott Road. And at one time you couldn't get on here without actually working here or having a visitor's pass to get in. It was always locked up, and if you see the building over there, there used to be barriers here. When you drove up, you know, you didn't have your pass or anything, you didn't get in. And if you look just over there, I'll give you the full tour. I'll take you around and show you. It's an historic building in St Helens, because wherever you go in St Helens, especially if you're high up, like when I did Crank a couple of weeks ago, finding Crank Station, you can actually see this building from Crank because it stands out. But I'm going to walk in and show you. You can't see a lot at the moment, but you'll see more as you're walking down now. Down there we lit it from a different way. As you get halfway down that road, there used to be a barrier in the middle that stopped you going any further. So you know, people used to try, I think, to use it as a cut through to get to Atterheath. So there's a barrier put in, stop people coming in, stop people cutting through. But I'll show you more as we walk through. We call it the Alexander Business Park now, and Pilkingtons have still got a little bit in the tower, as they call it. Pilkingtons Group, Pilkingtons United Kingdom Limited, but all the others, it's kind of been, they've let a lot of the offices out to different people, really, different buildings. But I'll take you through it, and I'll show you the actual buildings, and it'd be nice to see, because it is a very historic building, and a lot of it now has just been left to ruin, which is a shame, because I've got pictures of this when it was digging the foundations out and being built up. A bit windy today, so not the best day to do it really, but it's not raining, it's a nice day. And if I just flip my camera up there, that's what we've come to find today, what they call the tower. And that was Pilkington's former head office, and they run all the business for Pilkington's glass all over the world from this building. Well, I'll take you further in and show you. Like I say, it's a bit windy today, but like I say, at one time you wouldn't have got past this barrier. And that was like what the other one used to be like, with barriers here on the front, and you had to report here, you had no chance of getting in. And they still use that today, I think, during the week when it's open. But if you just stand back now and just see how much that stands out in the background. And I remember as a kid, my dad was a manager at Pilkingtons for many years when he left the railways, and I remember my dad bringing me here, and we went right up onto the top floor, and we used to always have a security guy at the bottom, and he took us right on the roof, and I remember looking over, and what a view it was, you know. Happy days when you look back. And if you can just see where the cars are parked now, they would all have international flags on at one time. But if you can just see how far the building just spans along, and like I say, when I was at Crank, that was the building I zoomed in on from Crank Buildings. But I'll zoom round and show you the part that's been just left to decay now, really. And if you look over here, These were all conference rooms at one time. Very lavish. It used to be immaculate down here. It was absolutely immaculate. They had like little restaurants in here, had meetings and all sorts. And like I say, at one time you would never get on here, but we're going to walk it all today and get it on the blog. But I know it's not a railway trail, but it's what I've been wanting to do for a while. And I'll show you where they used to go fishing on here as well. It was very popular if you had a Pilks fishing licence. It was unbelievable for fishing here. Renowned for it. Well, I've come today on a Sunday really, because Sunday there's nobody about. You try and walk around here midweek, you get a few questions asked, so hopefully we can get to a few places today where you wouldn't normally get, and just show it you in full. But if you can just see how it spans along, that's where we was just looking at, where it's all decayed. But I'm going to go further down there and investigate it more, and I'll show it you. But the gardens around here, when it was Pilkingtons, if you look on the top, that takes you to Prescott Road on the top, and you used to have all the international flags there. It was a bit of a showpiece at the time for Pilkingtons Glass, because it was their international head office based in St Helens. I don't think we'll actually get in the tower today, but to just give you an idea how tall it is a bit overwhelming when you get in the middle here and see it. This is what they call the tower. Like I say, this will be all shut up today, but I'll put my camera in, and there'll be some plaques on the door here, if I remember right, that you'll see, and just give you a bit of history. There you go. Yeah, 1961 to 1964 that was built. So it was built just as I was being born really. And it had a Civic Trust Award in 1966. So it just shows you how old the buildings are. I'll flip my camera in. I don't think you'll see it. It's just picking up the reflection there. And it's like a square here, if you see there. It kind of joins on to that side, and it joined on to that side as well. And this is where you used to come in if you could get in, and that's where you went in, and that was Pilkington's head office at the time. Wind with us today, very blowy. That's the exit way out, takes you onto Prescott Road, and if you can still see here, one of the old Pilkington signs, there you go, Pilkington's main reception. I know there's no probably way in you getting here today, but just have a look just in case you can. I don't know if any of these doors are up. No. Oh look. They say if they were open we'd have a wander up the stairs, see what we could find, but not today unfortunately. Woo! Just into the weather today with the wind. It's lovely, it's warm, and There we go, this is on the just gives you an idea of the size of how many offices was in here. And we had quite a couple of neighbours who worked for Pilkingtons in the offices, and used to walk it here every day. Hopefully we can get through here and not climbing too many fences today. Like I say, if you look back in its heyday, all these were benches that you could sit out. All Pilkington staff had the dinners here, and it was really nice, a really nice place to come to. Yeah, that's good. But all these offices now just left to decay. It's so sad, really. And I don't know what's going to be earmarked for this eventually, but you've got a good idea what it's going to be. The old fire assembly point, just there. I remember coming to Christmas parties here as a kid, and I remember sat out on these steps. Unbelievable how things come back to you on your memory, you know. And like I said, my dad being a manager at Pilkingtons, we used to come here quite a bit for Christmas parties and stuff, and I remember those steps so well. That just used to lead you up to get into this part of the offices. But if you look at it now, it's on the steps you could go down. If I always remember, you could walk down the steps and look across. It never fails. On a walk you always find a shopping trolley. But it's just so sad how it's just been left to ruin. There's a better shot, and you'll see that all over St Helens really. If you get from Billing to Crank, you'll just pick that up because it just stands out. And like I say, when me and my brother were little, I remember being stood on right on the top of the near the flagpole. The steps that got you into that part of it. But again, just left to rot this side of it really. And I just hope we can get all round here before we maybe get kicked off. I don't know. Just on the water's edge, you know. That gives you a better shot over there. And Pilkington's fishing waters were unbelievable, renowned for the fishing, and it was a private licence that you had to buy. But just look how that's just been left to rot now. It's gone. It's not going to be here forever, that. That's why I want to get it on the blog today. But again, I remember sat on there as a kid feeding ducks and things with my dad and probably my mum, to be honest with you. You know, it's because the wildlife used to be loads of ducks around here, and not as many now, unfortunately. So yeah, nice to get that part on the blog really, because that's just been left to rot now. Camera up there, so but I don't think there's any security on around here on a Sunday. I don't know why. I'll try and find out when we start walking further in. But that's the money shop, and you'll see it better as I get further on the other side. But these gardens used to be immaculate, and you can just see all the trees that they've planted all around. They were all immaculate, you know, and I think that's where my dad got his love of gardening from really, for all the buildings and places he went with Pilkingtons, because the gardens were always immaculate. And they had a head gardener that used to look after this, and Paul Nicol, his son, I used to knock about with, who was the head gardener for Pilkingtons. That just gives you another shot going down there, and you can just see the bridge that takes you across, and then right above there, that's where all the fishermen used to go. You can just see all the geese over there congregating now. We'll walk it this way, and we see how they have the little benches for our people to sit out. And in its heyday, this would have been packed at dinner time. Could you imagine how many people were in that office coming out for dinners? And going back to the 60s, like my dad, everybody smoked. So I bet they were all out here. Nice to see all the geese. And it was renowned for a lot of wildlife around here at the time because it was so private. A lot of people couldn't get in, and you couldn't fish on here unless you had a private pilk's licence and a key to get in. There used to be a gate that you could get in to do fishing on. It used to be gated all along here. All along here was gated, and you had your own key when you joined. But yeah, it's not a railway walk today, but I wanted to get this on the blog for a while really. And again, can you see how they do all the steps leading down into the water? It's very open, very open. And they split this off into two parts really. You see where they got the netting across, that's where the majority of fishing was done, was over there really. The reason they did that was they kept this side for the wildlife really. He wasn't really allowed to. I know there's somebody over there fishing now, but going back in the heyday, you couldn't fish down here. This was left for the wildlife. What a good idea that was, to be honest with you. That gives you a better shot of it on the camera. Just try and move it in a bit. There you go. Just put it on 10 and it'll just show you how that's just been left to rot now really. All the windows are broken and boarded up. So sad because, like I said, that was the restaurant side of it really. Oh, we don't want that onto my ugly mush. Yeah, just trying to get a bit of a better shot for you to see it really. We'll flick it round and that just gives you an idea how high that building is. And you look how many offices would have been in there, how many departments. Unbelievable how big it was. And you see all the seating area down here now. Everybody used to be sat out here as well. And see all the geese. There you go. What you see geese when they see a person, they think it's bread or they're going to get fed, so they'll start coming towards you. But that's the money shot, and just look at that now. I'm going to go back a bit and get a better shot of it for you. And that's why I've done it on the I'll go back a bit and you can see it. There you go. What a building. And he had all like little areas here that you could sit out and chill, and there you go. That's the money shot. Yeah, further back, and you can see it. There you go. But what a massive building! But you imagine how many offices were in there, and that's just one side of it. That doubles round, so you know, for every window that you see, you know, there's probably 2 offices in there. And like I said, that was Pilk's head offices for all the glass operation all over the world, really. It was some employee in St Helens. If we go right to the edge here, what you're seeing up there now where it's fenced off, that was the main fishing area. You'll see like little fishing posts that they've laid out. You can just see them. But what a lovely place, and sadly it's just been left now, apart from the few offices that's taken. Majority of the offices there's nobody in them now, it's just been left. And obviously that happened when Pilkingtons got took over by the Japanese company, and then they moved those offices all around the world, which was so sad, really. Because Pilkingtons, sorry, sold off the business to a Japanese company, and then just moved it all around the world. But Pilkingtons as a company were massive, and the benefits the employees got off them, like healthcare, dental care, retirement care, unbelievable. They really did look after the employees. And so they should, because it was a major company in St Helens at the time. Try and flick that. That's alright, I'll leave it on that. But just look how big that building is. But you can see all the geese now just coming round, and they're probably circling towards the steps. But like the people cut through it, and I see the bike going through. But there you go, you can see all the geese going up. I'll zoom in on that, and see all the geese there coming out of the water now, and obviously going on the grass. Crafty, aren't they? That's a better shot. They're leaving the water, and what they do, they'll all walk along and go and get on the grass. But how peaceful for them. You know, nobody's going to bother them around here, are they? There you go. But like I say, in its heyday, this was one really tidy place, and they had about 3 head gardeners just looking after this, Pilkingtons. If you can see how they did all the trees and everything around it. Well, I'll get another shot from a different angle, really, and we'd call that the jetty as kids, walking across. But like I say, going back then in the late 60s, 70s, you wouldn't have got in here unless you worked for Pilkingtons. Yeah, just some of the signs that you see. If I take you down here now, I'll just take you down to give you an idea of how long it is. And you see where the barrier is there in the middle. There used to be another little office there. that stop you getting in unless you had a pass for Pilkingtons. I'm not going to go all the way down, but I just wanted to give you an idea of it really. In fact, we'll walk it down and show you. Now, if memory serves me right, there used to be a gate here on the right that you could get in to do the fishing, as long as you had one of the keys. I don't know if this is a security now from Pilkingtons coming this way. Hopefully not. Hope we're not doing any harm. You can see it. Hi, alright. I'll just take you around to where the barrier is now. Because what used to be Pilkingtons had like their own social club as well. Bowling Green. That's sadly gone now. There you go, it's just all boarded up now, but if you look over there where if you look to the left where the trees are and the grills are, that used to be like a bowling club and Pilkingtons club as well. It's like a club, you can get drinks and everything, sit out bowling and stuff, but down here used to be immaculate. And like I say, you wouldn't have got past this gate down here unless you had a pass. And you probably see a lot of people walking through it now because this gets you to Prescott Road where all the buses are. Just all the car parks that they had lined up. Again, the gate's gone. There used to be a gate on, forget which one, it was one along here. You had and it's only like a wooden gate with your key, and you could get in to go night fishing and fishing. And like I said, we got our passes through my dad at work, and it was renowned for some of the best fish he was fishing in Pilkingtons lakes because they're always well stocked. Guys fishing there now, you can see it on top. It's just a small blog really to show you that today, because I don't think that's going to be here forever, and with not many people using them offices now, I think its days are going to be numbered, unfortunately. I guarantee you what it'll be after that. Houses like everything else. Go and get another last look as we're heading back the other way. There it is, Pilkingtons head office. Some holes in the cement there. But what a view. And just look at the Greenland around it. If you can imagine this in the 60s and 70s when I was growing up, this was immaculate. You can just see all the geese now where they've wandered up from the steps down there. They're all congregating on the grass now. There you go. What a peaceful place now. What a peaceful place. We'll walk it from the other side and show you the other angle of it, really. But how sad that that's part of it. It's just been left to decay, really, left to rot. And it all had lights around here, I remember that as well. At night it was all lit up. And it looked bloody magnificent at night when it was lit up. This is from the other side now, so. We can just see how they had all the little waterways coming in and all heading round. So peaceful, such a quiet place. You can just see how they had it all set up. You can just see how they did all the trees go all along. It was all how it was all set up. There's the money shot. And where you see the trees there, that takes you to Prescott Road, and just behind there is the Bird in Hand, my favourite pub in St Helens. And just behind, past the Bird in Hand, was Mum and Dad's, so you can see how close we were here, really, to it. You got a few people fishing on here now, which is nice. All the geese settling down. Well, look how big that building is, and like I say, it kind of goes into a square. That's called the tower, and then there's another square at the other side of it. Absolutely massive. Jump down here. Alright everybody. Just doing our thing for Pilkingtons on it. Yeah. You catching anything, love? No biters today? I think there's the steps, if you look over there, there's the steps that lead back on to the car park. It takes you right into the tower. But how sad that's gone. This just takes you back out to the other side. Oh. Alright guys? Yeah. You alright mate? We'll try and get down that other side actually, and have a closer look what you can find. Oh, they're doing a blog on here for around here. Oh, right. Yeah. People get worried when they see cameras because they know they're not supposed to be fishing on here. But yeah, if you can just see there now how the like I said, they had seats everywhere, but just looking there now, it's just all been left to rot, sadly. But yeah, it's just got that presence, that building, hasn't it? Where it just stands out. This just leads you back onto the main road. We'll get a shot from the top area, and that's the long road that I was telling you about, and you think you can get down and all of a sudden you get that big barrier and there's always a guy in there. But you want to go past this first barrier, and again, this has just been left to rot. Never fails. Never fails. And there you go. You've got to get a Morrison shopping trolley on it. There you go, how sad. How sad. And like I said, there was loads of walkways, but I'm going to hit it from another angle now and show you. Go back up on top. I'll hit it from the Prescott Road side. If you're wondering what that building is in the back, that's the Eccleston Arms pub. Before it was the Eccleston Arms, everybody called it the Top Nogs who lived around here. And there was a pub just round the corner down there. That was called the Bottom Nogs. But we always went in the bird in hand. Like I say, that's the first post that you would never get through. Cut everything off unless you work for Pilkingtons. And this was the second one. But there's a view. But then people there fishing are worried, thinking you work for somebody at Pilkingtons because you're not supposed to be fishing on there. And this is where we started. Like I say, it's only a small blog today, but I just want to get this on and show you what this must have been like in its heyday, really. No dogs permitted beyond this point, so we're alright. Doesn't say anything about humans, does it? No authorised photography, but I'm videoing, so we're alright. But I'll just pause that there for a minute, and that'll just give you an idea how big the place was. And I'm just going to cut through here now and hit it from a different angle, really, where you go out and it'll show you from the other side. Like I say, you can just imagine this in its heyday. How nice, pleasant it would have been. Sunday's a good day to do this because there's nobody about. And we'll go up to the Prescott Road side now and just show it you from that side, really, and give you an idea if you want to do this walk. So there you go, there's the tower, and that was the entrance that come in. And used to always have a guy, like a security guy, but more of a hospitality guy really. As soon as you pulled up, he'd direct you and take you up to whoever you was going to see. But like I said, it was Pilkingtons international head office, so you can imagine how good the service would have been really. It was their flagship. This is just hitting it from the other side now. And just show you how close we are, if you see the building, I'll flip my camera up now and you see the building there with the 3 chimneys pods. That's my favourite pub, the Bird in Hand, and that's where I'm going to go next and have a beer on the way home. But this was the other way in that you could get to it. I remember this like it was yesterday as well. That you could get in, but if you just look at all the offices, and like I said, it was 2 or 3. My dad's friend that lived near us who worked here for many years. Job for life. These jobs then in the 60s, you worked here for Pilkingtons, it's a job for life. And they were a good company to work for, you know. When my dad left the railways, when steam got decommissioned, met my mum and moved to St Helens. Got his job at Pilkingtons. He worked for Pilkingtons till he retired. There you go, there's little ways in that you could get in as well, and that just brings you back round to where we came. But we'll go back on top now. And show you another shot, another angle from it really. But yeah, job for life, Pilkingtons, if you work for them, and they really looked after you. And I always remember my dad saying to me, when my dad was only turned, I think he was late 50s, and they were doing golden handshakes at Pilkingtons, and he took the money and run. And he never looked back, and it's one thing that always sticks into my mind really, what my dad said to me: don't work till you drop. And how right he was really. He was retired at 55. Unfortunately he died of cancer age 72, so he did the right thing. He had 20 odd years of outstanding retirement. And Pilks still looked after him and my mum with healthcare and stuff afterwards. Even when they retired, they were unbelievable, you know. I'm just walking this way now to just show you where it is really on Prescott Road. Here we go. Now if you look on the corner, there's a Bird in Hand, and Mum and Dad's is slightly behind it. But there's the money shot. I'm going to walk it back this way now, and I'll keep it running. And get another angle from this side. Well, there you go. And that's what it's called now, Alexander Business Park. But I can't see it being here forever, to be honest with you. I'll just pick it back up now where we started at the front. As you can see, that's the Eccleston Arms. Like I said, there used to always be loads of different walkways in, which are cut off now, obviously due to health and safety. But we'll walk it for old time's sake. This will bring you back down to, whoops, where we came in. There you go. That just brings you back where we came in, but as you can see, you just let it go. Let it go now. Oh, no security on today. We won't have got this far. I'm going to have one last look over the lake for old time's sake before I go back. But yeah, Pilkingtons, they did look after their employees, and not like unfortunately they're doing retail today. You know, everything's cut, and the unions, especially in retail, do nothing for you. And I always remember my dad actually had a bad accident going back when I was probably about 10 years old, and a load of glass fell on him and he was in a bad way in hospital. And Pilkingtons actually, after he came out of hospital, they put him up in Colwyn Bay for about 8 weeks convalescing to get him back, to get himself fit. And I know I've mentioned it before on my blogs, my dad always wanted to retire in Colwyn Bay, and that's the reason why he fell in love with Colwyn Bay when he did his rehab there with Pilkingtons. But if he'd seen this bit today, he wouldn't be very happy about it, but sign of the times, unfortunately. Well, that's it today on Mark's Railway Trails. I know it's not a railway trail, but it's a bit of our heritage in St Helens, and you know, people can call St Helens for a lot of things, but I'll always defend it because it's the town I grew up. And like every town, you've got some bad parts and good parts, but I'll always defend St Helens, and never had a problem. And it's done me proud over the years. So, and Pilkingtons class, hats off to you for all that you did for St Helens, putting St Helens on the map alongside St Helens Rugby League. Anyway, that's it from today. I've rambled on enough, but I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you soon on Mark's Railway Trails. We've got still quite a few things planned for Mark's Railway Trails, and Ed Gill, we're definitely going to do into Manchester 1830 warehouse. We've got loads planned, you just need more time and planning it. So see you soon. I hope you enjoyed the blog. Give it a like, and hope you enjoyed sunny St Helens from Pilkington's old head office on a Sunday afternoon. And Harry, this one's for you. I'll send it you tonight. I hope you enjoy it, and you'll find another little part of my history that you didn't know about. So take care, Harry, and everybody else that watches the blogs. See you soon.